Howdy folks, back again for game 3 with the Hatebears deck. Got a new lot of commanders that we're fighting, and again I won the die roll, so super lucky. This time I actually have a hand that I think is worth keeping as well. So I keep this. I have survival, goes a long way into setting up my living plane combo, and I have some early interaction and seal of cleansing and retribution of the meek if somebody gets out of hand really fast. Retribution of the Meek seems like it's pretty good versus both of these commanders, and probably good versus him too, depending on what creatures he runs. So I play a land pass, this guy plays a birds, and this guy plays a land tax. So I drew land, play a land, cast Sylvan Tutor to get Captain Sisay. The reason being is because it fetches Elishnorn and Linvala. And like I said, that combos with my living plan, so that's the game plan here. From here, Niv Mizzet passes with open mana. This guy plays Radha, Heir to Keld, adds mana in multiple ways. So this guy does a really cool play this turn. I remember saying something to him about it, just how it was fucking awesome, like the synergy that he has. So he land taxes up to too many cards and discards Bloodghast. I just thought it was awesome. Like, he's like, I'm going to use my Bloodghast to fill up my hand, or excuse me, land tax to fill up my hand, pitch Bloodghast. I have lands to play to get Bloodghast back. It's just, I cannot ignore that value. It's too wonderful. So I draw and play Survival with the plan of, like, if something changes, then I can always pitch Sisay, and it's not one of my main, legendary creatures that I get, like Linvala or Elishnorn, so I don't feel as bad about pitching it to get something else in case something changes in this board state before it becomes my turn again. That guy cycles, plays Eldritch Evolution, getting Mina and Den. Pretty cool card. He's just trying to ramp out that Omnath as fast as possible. I'm excited to see what this guy's going to do, because his last turn was so awesome that just like anything that he does, it's like I can't be surprised. Like, it's just something crazy is going to happen. Plays his commander though, kind of boring. I decided not to use survival because why would I? Draw another land, play the land, play Sisay. This guy is continuing to ramp. He plays this interesting card. When a creature with power 5 or greater enters the battlefield, then you can have it deal 5 damage. It seems pretty sick in his deck. Like, he just makes a bunch of 5/5s. So, seems good. So he attacks one at me, knowing that I'm not going to block his Bloodghast, and the other one at Omnath because I think he fears him the most, more than the Niv Mizzet. He also probably doesn't want to attack into the open mana of the Niv Mizzet player, just in case he has removal or something. This guy's tapped out and scary, so makes more sense. Then he plays Queen Marchesa. Marchesa, I'm not sure. My turn, Cyclonic Rift's a pretty good pickup. So I get Linvala, and I play Linvala. They don't know about the Living Plane, so I decide instead of playing Living Plane that turn and letting them know that Linvala is about to come down, I decide I'll play Linvala. It also stops him from using activated abilities, or any of the players from using their activated abilities. So no mana ramp anymore, creature-based mana ramp rather. So he attacks me because I'm shutting him down, and that makes sense. And this guy's the Monarch, but honestly, like, I don't care about that. He's got a bunch of cards. He's land taxing. He's actually doing some sweet stuff. He ends up entombing for Shieldred, and he's got the reanimation spell. So he does that, and that's pretty bad versus me. Like, if I don't have a long-term answer to that, then there's going to be issues. Like, I obviously don't want to sacrifice Linvala, so I'm going to have to sacrifice Sisay. And that was like part of my engine, so this is just not looking as good as I wanted it to be. So on my upkeep, or he draws more cards, discards. On my upkeep, I use Sisay, get Elishnorn, just as an additional backup with the Living Plane. Draw a land, which is not bad. And then I play Living Plane. Now, right here is an important time to discuss something. This probably wasn't the best play. I am leaving open Regeneration, or I thought I was, but this land is summoning sick now, so I should have just tapped it to play the Living Plane. It's about to become a creature that I can't use for mana. But in this situation, with all the lands they have in play and their current board state, especially this Shieldred, I probably just die if they alpha me with all their lands and creatures, and they keep doing that. If they keep repeating that process, then I probably lose the game. So this wasn't the smartest, but I really just wanted to set up my combos, so I did that. I also didn't have a whole lot of other stuff I could have done. I could have done Retribution of the Meek, which is okay, but I'd rather do that after they cannot tap their lands for mana, and I'll survive the onslaught of one turn, and then after that, I should be in a good, stable position. So this guy sacks his egg. Doesn't attack, like, me with everything, which maybe he didn't want me to block his lands or whatever, but he definitely should have. And then this guy conceded, which is a huge issue. Had this guy continued to attack me with everybody else, if they all ganged up on me, which is definitely what they should have been doing in this situation, then I was almost certain to lose this game. But because this guy conceded, I was like, wow, that's actually really good for me. Now I can just sacrifice a land to Shieldred, keep my Linvala in play. He attacks me with a bunch of stuff. Again, he probably should have attacked me with his lands as well, but I don't know what these guys were doing. I decide, just to keep doing what I'm doing, which is locking them out. Soon I have a Cyclonic Rift coming up if I can get that many lands in play, but I have to sack a land, so that stinks. Here, I play Retribution of the Meek, so now it's like a relatively stable board state. It's not pretty for me, but I have good blocks, I guess. I can block his 3/3s. I can block this guy's 2/2. He can't pump it. Even if he could pump it, he doesn't have the mana to pump it or whatever. Like, he is super screwed. This guy is. He cannot do anything. His best options are to attack me with his lands. And I'd probably say the same with this guy. I've said it a couple times now, but it's just the truth. Like, they didn't think very well about what was happening to them, I don't think, and they didn't realize what was happening here. So here this guy has Menace. I decide that I'm going to double block him and then sacrifice the land to crop rotation to get Gaia's Cradle. It'll give me lots and lots of mana. It'll also allow me to play Elesh Norn, which means I can start beating them with my lands. And their lands are gone, and I no longer have to worry about the threat of dying to their lands. So I play Cradle, tap Cradle, and I got it end of turn, so it's not summoning sick anymore, which is nice. And then I create some mana and play Elesh Norn. At this time, he concedes, and he probably should have, and the other player concedes as well because they know that there's no way out from this position. So that's this game.